Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about becoming a personal trainer here in the UAE, the experiences behind being a personal trainer here, coming into the region. What do you need? What do you need to have as far as qualifications? What can you expect? My name's Grant Goes, the founder of Find Fit People, and we help personal trainers establish a long-term career in the industry, whether it be here in the UAE or anywhere else. I've had 25 years of experience globally, and I've been in the UAE since end of 2010. These are just my thoughts, sharing with the information and experience that I've had over the last 13 years here in the UAE, and especially up to currently today. Let's get straight into it. The first thing I kind of want to talk about is, as a personal trainer, why would you get into the industry in the first place? And the real answer behind that is there's usually three different reasons we're currently seeing. One is the usually sporting type people that play a sport, they want to get better at their sports, they do a personal training course to increase their knowledge, and then what happens from there is they also end up training a couple of clients on the side. The second one is the fitness enthusiast who loves fitness. They go to all the classes, they go to the gym daily, they're either very buff, very lean, very limber, very mobile, and they love the passion of working out. And they love it so much they said, I want to turn this into a career. I'd like to make a living out of this. And so they go get a personal training qualification and they start their career. And the third one is a lot more common actually these days, is the side hustle. A lot of people are, I've got a job, but I'd like to earn some extra money for savings or for holidays or to put away, to put towards investments. And so they're taking on personal training as an option for that. They're doing personal training courses. So these are the three basic types of people that we're seeing do the courses here in the UAE. And with those three different things, there's kind of pros and cons. Now, one of the biggest pros is obviously you are very passionate about fitness. It is a growing industry. It's $1 trillion industry, and there's opportunities for people to be successful. The other side of it is that people have this mentality of, hey, it's only personal training, it's only weight loss. If I just show my bum or my abs on Instagram or social media, I'll get clients, no worries, and I'll be successful. Wow. There are people out there that do that, and hey, that's all to their own. But the reality is there's a couple of facts that we should know first. Here's some up-to-date stuff. One is there's about 19,000 coaches here in the UAE. And out of those 19,000 coaches, a lot of them struggle to be successful. Let's say at a big range, there's 1,000 successful trainers, and I'm probably overestimating this. And when I say successful, I mean earning a good 20,000 dirhams a month living from personal training. Only about 1,000. So we're talking about maybe 5%. And that kind of correlates with what's happened in Australia. There's around 220 to 260,000 students that go through personal training institutes in Australia. Within the first year, the statistics are that 80% of them drop out within the first year, with another 15% of those dropping out by the end of year 2. So there's a big churn, a big turnover of trainers. And the reason being, in my opinion, is that it's not the same playing the game as it is coaching the game. And what I mean by that is when you're a sports person or you're into the gym, you're a gym enthusiast, you're like, love fitness, I love sports, and I want to know more. And that's great, which is awesome, right? But when it comes to coaching, you're the coach standing on the side of the field, watching, communicating, trying to get your team or your player to play the way that they're supposed to get the best result. And it's very, very different, and the skills are very different and required. And I'm going to break this down one more step again, where you've got coaches that are freelancers and coaches that are working in gym facilities. Now, the big difference, in my opinion, again, this is just my thoughts and advice, is that when you go to a gym, what they're doing ultimately is they're supporting your business. So they're supporting the business side of what you do. As a freelancer, yes, you've got the skills from your PT course to deliver the training or to teach someone how to a curl, a squat, why we're going to do this amount of repetitions this many times on this days, and you're going to eat this, and we're going to sleep like this and drink like that. You're taught those things, and there is little bits of the next part, but the business part is missing. The second part of this, your personal training, is actually you're a business now. You are a bit of an entrepreneur. And if you're freelancing, then you have to know how to do your branding, your website, generate leads consistently, how to grow a community. So you've always got people coming into your space. It will ultimately pay you money. And that's the real trick and where people fail, because they learn the basics of training. They have a very usually mostly a very vague understanding when they're first starting out, and they got to develop the training skills, but they lack the business skills. And so the second side of it is you work for a gym. And the gym takes care of the business side for you. They help you with leads usually. They'll help you understand how to talk, how to sell, how to improve your skill set with what you are doing, whether it be strength training, yoga, boxing, whatever. They've got courses in there to help you expand your knowledge as well. So if you do a bit of, let's say, strength, you might do a bit more mobility. So they help you there as well. The businesses really support somebody, well, they should, to help you develop your skill set and grow. The big difference between working in a gym and a freelancer. Now, both, again, great, have opportunities, and so you can have a very successful freelance career and you can have a very successful gym career. With a freelancer, obviously you keep more of your money, but you have to do with the business side as well, and you have to be good at it. On the gym side, yes, of course, they take a commission from it, but usually they provide a base salary, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But they also support your business and growth, and you can make a very good career. Especially here in the UAE, you can be earning as a freelancer anywhere from 20 to 60,000 dirhams per month. In a gym, you can be still earning that same 20 to 60,000 dirhams per month if you have the right support. Now, let's go into the next steps. Why would you become a personal trainer? How do you become a personal trainer? The first part to this is, well, you have to have a license or a visa. If you're going to work for a gym, if you apply at a gym will give you the visas, they'll cover your insurance, they'll give you a base salary, and that base salary is anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 dirhams per month. And then they'll take commissions on the personal training, which is usually at the current state, they'll take usually around 60%. They may take less, or they may only take 40 and give you 60, depending again on what kind of value they're providing and vice versa. Or if you want to break that down further, you're expected to do around 80 to 160 sessions, again depending which facility you're working for. You'll earn around 100 dirhams, or even, between 60 and 140, 150 dirhams per session. You can work that one out. And so in a gym, yes, you're going to be working for someone else that supports you, but you'll be working more hours. As a freelancer, the bottom range is usually around about 100 dirhams per hour, where the top range is around about 900 to 1,000. Most commonly is around the 200 to 300 dirham mark. And if you're coming into this industry over here in the UAE, you should be looking, in my opinion anyway, to be charging around 300 dirhams per session. Now, if you're doing that and you've got 3 clients per day, 3 sessions that is, per day over 5 days, okay, so you're Monday to Friday, and you're doing this for 4 weeks, you're earning 18,000 dirhams, all right? If you've got 6 sessions, 5 days a week, over 4 weeks, you're earning 36,000 dirhams per month. That's quite a good rate, and that's a very acceptable rate here, especially if you've got the knowledge and you're getting the results that you promised within that 12, 16, 6-month period, or whatever it is. So that's very common here. So, going back to it, your visa costs are around about 5,000 dirhams, or it can be up to 10,000 if you get a working sports visa that allows you to act as a freelancer. There's now a couple of spaces that offer a freelance option. You'd pay usually probably more around 10,000 dirhams up front. You have to cover that yourself, and it allows you to freely train as a freelancer around the UAE. Insurance will cost you around 1,500 to 2,000 dirhams to get insurance. You'll need that as well. You need to register with Reps UAE, and that costs you 420 dirhams inclusive of VAT or tax, and that's a 1-year annual subscription. And you'll also need to be upgraded. You'll need to be continuously educated by earning 20 CPD points over a 2-year period. And to be able to register with Reps, you'll need to have a entry qualification, which is a PT certificate. If you don't have a certificate here in the UAE, that cost is around about 3,000 to literally 8,000, 9,000. There's quite a big diversity as far as the cost, but that comes down to each of the providers. If you are looking to get an education provider on board, the one thing I would suggest is look at the information that they're providing, because over here we usually use another governing body like Active IQ is quite popular here. So you'll be able to look into Active IQ on their website, understand the information that's coming through, the support mechanisms, understand how much practicality is involved as well, because practical application is going to be key for you to develop your knowledge base and to allow you to get into the industry faster and develop yourself faster. The more practical in a course, the better, right? The more support, the better. And then when going back to the CPD courses, you can expect to pay between 500 to maybe 3,000 dirhams per CPD, and usually it will go per, let's say it's an 8-hour day, you'll get around 6 CPDs for that 8-hour day or 6-hour day, and you can nearly do about 3 or 4 days of education over 2 years, so that's pretty sweet. Okay, easy as that. Average cost, yep. Group fitness. Group fitness is another option. Obviously, you can do that here. Again, you'll need to have a qualification. This could be anything. It might be very simple. Les Mills has them. There's many different. We have them in FFP, boxing courses, cycling courses, active courses, functional circuits, and things like that. You can do those and you can teach them at clubs. The cost you'll get familiar with, you'd have about 100 dirhams to probably around 250, maybe 300 is very common as far as what you get paid per class as a group fitness instructor. Now, there are some places that do offer a commission rate. For example, for every person in the room, you might get 10 or 20 dirhams. Or you might get 50 or 60 if you're lucky. But generally, it's usually a flat rate of 100 to 200 dirhams per class. And yeah, you can speak on that one. Other places you can train here. So as a PT, going back to PT, yes, you can train in hotels. Hotels are now opening their doors for trainers to come and train, but they do usually tend to want to take a higher percentage. They want to take around 50 to 60% of your session. That's just kind of a standard at the moment. That's where it is. Parks are available for you to train people in 100%, but they're very, very limited. Some people do train on the beaches here, but during the summer it gets very, very hot. Some people do train in the parks, but it's usually smaller groups, and it's nothing you can have, like, it's not commercialized, okay? There are a lot of places that do ban trainers from training, just so that it doesn't disrupt the public as well. And the same goes for residential areas also. So a lot of residential areas, and I mean have gyms. There's a lot of gyms in buildings here, in apartment buildings or community blocks will have gyms. Now, a lot of these residential spaces and community gyms do block you from going in there, and you won't be able to do it, but there is a lot of people that I know do sneak into it. Just be aware that that is quite a tough one at the moment. We are getting compiling lists together of spaces that you will be able to do that. And of course, you can go and train at gyms. Now, you can work at, you can be a freelancer working in gyms. There's now probably about a dozen and a half to 2 dozen, so 18 to 24 gyms available in Dubai that allows you to be a freelancer there. And it usually works as you pay your membership, the members pay their membership, and you do your training. You're left to kind of do your own thing. There may be some back and forth where you may pay a small commission also. So if you get free membership, you might have to pay per member. You might be 30 to 50 dirhams per member is what you'll pay extra to the gym facility. That's a thing on that one. There's lots of different options as personal trainers. You should be aiming over here to earn between 12 to 15,000 minimum. Remember, that's at 3 sessions a day at 300 dirhams per session. And that will get you into a great space if you're living here in Dubai, because when it comes down to living costs, you can very easily live off 12 to 15,000 dirhams. But there is obviously potential to earn so much more as well, and that's where you want to be going towards. There is a lot of spaces here that hire, and if you're looking to be hired by a facility, they're looking for people with experience, they're looking for people with more education, the better. And as a general whole, if we think about the industry globally, then that's of course to be expected, because the more trainers there are, the higher the standards go, so the more education everybody needs to have. So think about it like that. There is this kind of stigma. I remember when I was away in New Zealand and people were saying, you should go to Dubai, you're going to make lots of money. That's not really the case, because what also happens is there's also a very lavish lifestyle available to people here, and a lot of people do fall into that trap, and they end up leaving with pretty much the same as they had when they came here. So there is great opportunity to do that for sure. There is a lot of trainers here. We talk about only 9 million as residents live in the UAE. Out of that 9 million, a very low number are active. You're talking like hundreds of thousands. And out of the 19,000 available, it does really limit your market down quite a lot. So you should be very good at what you do. You should expect to work for a gym or work for a business if that's what you really want, that support to stand out and to have a long-term career like ours. So you can work with us. But yeah, be sure, ask questions, put comments down in the comment section, and we'll try and answer more directly for you. I'll try and answer more directly for you, because It is a big choice. There is lots of options, and depending on what you want, as we can tell you more specifically what's available. So it's much longer than I thought, this video, but hopefully that is helpful for you. And to come over to the UAE, it is a great space to live in. It's unbelievable. The winter time here is absolutely magical. Would not want to live anywhere else. It's one of the safest places in the world if you ask me. The opportunities are absolutely abundant, but you've got to make smart decisions. So yeah, that's really based on that one. So 16 minutes, I'm going to leave it at that. If you want to join our program, we have a 6-month training program to help set up personal trainers for long-term success. If you have comments, chuck them in the comment section. But hey, guys, keep working hard, stay fit, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.